Bonjour Leo and welcome back to my channel. Claude here. Today I'm going to be doing your messages from your ancestors. So I hope you are doing well and that you've had a good month so far. Please do bear in mind those are general readings, they'll not resonate with everybody, so take what resonates and just drop the rest. If you're interested in the cards that I'm using, the link to the reviews I made of them and how to get them is in the description box below. So what do we have for my Leo Aquarians, please? What do they need to hear from their ancestors? Okay, so your first message is card 11, flash over. It's all in your head. We then have the witch. The magic you seek is inside of you. Let it flow. That came out for Aries as well, this card. And samadhi, perfect acceptance. Okay, let me put my oracle deck away so we can talk about those cards. I'm going to start by talking to you about the numerology of the first card I drew and the last one. You'll understand why when I tell you, because this is card 11 and 29, when you diminish it, becomes 11. And obviously this is significant, and it diminishes even further to a card of number 2. Now, number 2 is the number of duality, polarity, decisions and crossroads. Now, the flashover, it's all in your head, is letting me know, you know, that there is obviously something that's very much present in your mind, and it is bothering you, troubling you. And your ancestors are telling you you're making probably more of it than it is actually. And you have the card of samadhi, perfect acceptance, which is the card of just release it. Don't hold on to it, you know, do not overthink this. You know, when we have a tendency to just think of something and we play with scenarios in our head, which is not always very helpful, because generally speaking, it's when we're feeling negative that this happens, and well, it's not good to dwell on the negative. And the other thing that we have here is the card of the witch, which is the magic you seek is inside of you, let it flow. When we overthink a situation, a relationship, whatever the case may be, a problem, when we put all our mental energy up here in feeding the negative feelings and thoughts, we forget that actually we have the power within ourselves to deal with this. The universe or God, whoever you work with, will never ever throw at you something you can't handle. So things always happen for you, not to you. I always say that to people, that, you know, if you have a challenge or something that's difficult for you to deal with, it's because it's meant to teach you something, to make you grow, whether it needs to be emotional, spiritual, you know, whatever the case may be, physical. So I'm really getting that message that you need to stop over-analyzing, overthinking, obsessing is another word that's coming to my mind, that's, you know, is echoing, and just be in a state of acceptance. Now, I know it's easier said than done. I have a very powerful brain when it comes to imagining things, so I know. And you know, to be in perfect acceptance, you may want to do some meditation, you may want to go on a walk in a forest, in a park, by the beach, whatever works for you. You may want to do some yoga. That's what I personally do when my head is overactive. I just do some yoga, and it really helps me calm my mind and accept and be in the moment. And when you reach that stage of being accepting, when you open to that, then you can tap into your power. It's all about letting it flow, accepting. You can see the theme here, you know, and releasing. So I'm gonna grab my tarot deck to delve into the messages. Clarify those messages for my Leo Aquarians, please. Sorry, this card really wanted to come out, so I took it. So, the card that wanted to come out is the Eight of Swords. What a surprise. Obviously, I will delve into the message in a minute, but I'm not surprised by that. We then have the Death card, Major Arcana. And we have the Four of Swords. Bottom of the deck, energy supporting you, we have the Six of Pentacles. Okay, so let's talk about the energy at the bottom of the deck first. The 6 is the number of harmony after having overcome a change or a challenge. Pentacles is earth energy, so this is the material realm. So it could be home life, the building, and the relationships within, family, that kind of thing. But it could also be at work, so jobs, promotions, you know, anything from job offer to a raise to you starting a business and education, you know, improving your skills. The Six of Pentacles talks about the perfect harmony between movement and stagnation, and between giving and receiving. This is harmony back into your world, as long as there is an equal give and take, which is where I'm feeling the message is really for you here. It's really a question of balance, of, you know, not giving too much, making sure that you give in equal measure as you receive, is the message I'm getting here. And under this, it's all in your head, you have the Eight of Swords. Now, the Eight of Swords, Swords is the mental realm. This represents the thoughts you have, the knowledge you gain, the truths that are exposed, your views on the world. And the Eight of Swords talks about having erected a prison of the mind. It is self-erected. You did this, you know, you have all of these blocks and these walls around you, and you do not see a way out of it. It's a card of also overanalyzing and having like lost hope that you can find the way out, when actually in any card with the Eight of Swords you'll see, you know, there's a quite clearly here there's a gap. She can free herself, she's loosely bound, but it has to be a conscious decision. And your ancestors are telling you, you know, it's all in your head. You're making of this more than what it actually is. And obviously there's no judgment here, you know. It's very easy to get into an Eight of Swords frame of mind. It happened to me a lot, because I'm someone who thinks a lot. So the card is really saying to you that there is a way out of this. You need to stop overthinking it, and then you'll see that way out. Because it's telling you, it's within you. The answer, the way out is within you. Just release, accept. And when I was telling you about, you know, let it flow, release something, you have the Death card. Now, Death is a major arcana, so a big energy on your life path. But to me as a tarot reader, also the indication that your spirit team is intervening directly, you know, to nudge you in the right direction, or to provide you with an experience, whether it's an event or a relationship, that's going to enable you to evolve and grow. And death is the end of something, and the rebirth. It's often referred to as the Phoenix Rising cards, you know, rising from the ashes. So something has to end, and this is a permanent end. Something has to end so that something better can be born from the ashes of what you just released or let go. It's a transformation card. It's a very powerful card, not to be feared at all, particularly when you see it underneath the card of the magic is within you, just let it flow. This block, whatever this is, needs to die so that then your power can come out, so you may move on and move forward from that. And below the Perfect Acceptance card, you have the Four of Swords. Again, mental energy. You've got half of your tarot cards out to do with mental energy, which was clearly indicated by this card here. You know, it's all in your head. The 4 is a number of strong foundation and stability. So when you pair this with the mental realm, this is stability of thoughts. This is taking the time out to meditate, to reflect, so that you may reach that stage of perfect acceptance. Now you see, I can't meditate in a stationary way. I have to do something when I meditate. So walking meditations do wonders for me. or yoga. I'm an avid yoga practitioner. And so to get to that stage of perfect acceptance, of releasing, of letting things go and be with the flow, I need to do yoga. That's how I reach my Four of Swords state of, yeah, I'm taking the time and I am free, mentally free. This is, how I'm reading this. So I'm really getting the message of you having to stop overthinking things and be in the moment and release, let go, go with the flow. I always say to people, a change is only a challenge when we resist it. And I'm really getting this, the end of something is clearly inevitable here, but something better is going to come out of it. It's going to awaken that power that you have within yourself that you may not even be aware of, but you need to be in a state of acceptance. That's the main message I'm getting. So I'm going to close out your reading with some final messages. So can we have some final messages from my Leo's ancestors, please? I'll take this one. This one is calling out to me. Oops. Yes, you have the full moon in Taurus, detoxify. So if you work with the moon energy, the full moon will be the best time to do a little ritual or something like that, or meditation. But detoxify, you see, it's all in your head. You may also be spending too much time on social media, looking maybe at other people's lives, depending on what your situation is, because detoxifying doesn't necessarily have to be physically. Obviously, be careful what you eat, what you drink, do not abuse substances, that's obvious. But the message I'm getting from the detoxify particularly is, the mental detoxification, because all of this is to do with mental energy. And it is amazing how much social media can have an effect, a negative effect, on our frame of mind, on our thoughts, generally speaking. And so, your ancestors are telling you, take the time out with the Four of Swords, unplug is what I'm hearing. Unplug from social media, and spend that time tapping into your own power. Let that go. And the bottom of the deck is the full moon in Aries. Again, you see, 2 full moons. Cool your emotions. You see, I'm really getting the message for some of you that yes, what you see on social media is kind of what is the trigger for this kind of it's all in your head. You're not getting all of the informations, and you're kind of speculating maybe about some things, and the advice is to remain detached from that. This comes from the Four of Swords energy of being, mentally stable, in terms of acceptance of whatever will come and will be, and not spend too much time looking on the internet. So I hope you've enjoyed your journey for the cards with me. If this message helped you in any ways, do let me know in the comment box below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for stopping by. I always appreciate your time. I wish you a beautiful month, and I'll see you again very soon. Until next time, au revoir.